Welcome back to the
Oh My God podcast.
Hi Ro.
Hi, Maddie.
How are you feeling today?
Excited just because this topic is. I'm excited about this one. I
Me
think it's going to
too.
be such a fun one.
I'm ready.
And I feel like we also have very different perspective on this topic, so this is going to be an interesting one. Do you want to tell them about what we're talking about today?
Yes. So we're going to talk about dating. I'm excited.
I'm super excited to hear about all of our different opinions. So, y'all are not ready for this.
Pause the video.
Yup.
Go grab your wine.
Yup.
Go grab your water. I don't know if you guys are doing some type of dry month or whatever.
Get a comfortable seat.
Get comfortable and let's get started.
Yup. Are you ready for this?
I am ready.
Okay, so should we jump right into it?
Yeah.
Okay, but first off, let's just say thank you guys for everybody who submitted a response to our survey and who reached out to us with like topic ideas and shared some of their dating stories with us. We're very grateful, and I feel like this is gonna help make this episode very like exceptional. It kind of helped us too with like some of the subjects that we're gonna be discussing today.
Correct.
Okay, so as we're talking about dating, I think we should start with talking about what is dating to you. Like, what do you consider as dating? Like, what's the time frame? Like, what does that look like for you?
Time frame. Okay. Dating. So for me, I think that people can date multiple people at the same time. Like for me, I think that the whole action of dating is to get to know someone.
Yeah.
Meaning that that person it's not necessarily your boyfriend or might not become that person, but you just basically going out with someone, restaurant, coffee, date, or whichever, and get to know the person and see if this is somebody you want to continue seeing. And yeah, I think so.
I love that you said dating multiple people at the same time, because I don't think that exists in the Haitian community. Like,
not for the women, maybe.
Especially not for
not for the women, maybe.
For women, for sure.
Not for
it's like, I feel like Haitian men are quick to call you a hoe for just like dating, seeing multiple men. Like, I feel like they don't understand the concept of you having other people on your roster.
Of course. They're mediocre, but they want you to only see them. But no, but you put it there. You put it there. You did this. You know, if you say something, I'm going to have a comeback for it.
But yeah, but what I'm saying is like, I do think that like it's an important thing that we need to understand, because I feel like in the Haitian community, we are not used to dating. Like growing up in Haiti, right, when we were younger, we would either date our friend's brother, because we mostly went to like all girl or all boys schools, or we would like run into people like at parties and be like, okay, we're in the same circle. We just start talking on the phone, and the next thing you know, you're boyfriend, girlfriend.
But also because they didn't teach us it wasn't okay to have a boyfriend at a certain age.
Yes.
Therefore, you had to hide it. And also the way I was taught about this whole concept of having a boyfriend, or even when it was time to get married, I really thought that once I was done with my comme si la philo, I was just gonna go outside, find a person, and that's my husband.
Yeah, but it's also crazy that like that's because it's like even for us, like most people in our community, it's like your parents like you can't date, you can't date, and you graduate college and it's like, why aren't you married? Like, I'm sorry, I thought you said I couldn't date.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I totally agree with what you're saying.
But we came from a long way. We believe in dating now. We're trying. It's still hard for me.
But you don't believe in dating, Maddie.
No, I don't.
You do not. I feel like you don't believe in the concept of dating. So I don't know why you're acting like this is your thing.
No. So I don't believe in the concept of the roster.
Really?
Yeah, but I think that it's okay to go like, for example, like, oh my God, I don't have a roster right now. That's a problem. Like, I get uncomfortable there.
Okay, so I think like for me, dating is really just that first few weeks, like those first few weeks, like or the first two couple of months that you're getting to know somebody, where you guys are not quite official yet, like you're not boyfriend and girlfriend. But, you're constantly seeing each other. You go on dates, right? Like, you talk on the phone and you're still in that getting to know you phase. And I think, like, that's why it's fine for you to kind of, like, date other people. And I think I used to think like you, where at first I used to say, like, no, this having a roster thing wasn't wasn't a thing until
Mhm.
I discovered
Mhm.
your fairy godbrother on TikTok. I feel like I'm gonna give him a shout out because this man saved me when it came to dating. Because again, like I said, as Haitians, we're not taught how to date.
Uh huh.
But he talks a lot about how it's important for you to have a roster to like have options, especially as a woman, because what we tend to do is just like put all our eggs in one basket and obsess over this man. And a man, if they know that you're obsessed with them, then ya paso na caca. That's my theory around it.
I feel like you can have a roster and still show more preference towards the one
To
you
one
really want.
person, you're
I
right.
don't think that you need a roster. I think we just
But
need to know how to play the game.
mm,
I think that we just so quick to let them know shit, we're ready for this. We want to be with you, and I just think that women just need to know how to play the game
But
and
okay.
guard their emotion more.
But I feel like also like men love competition. I feel like it's in their DNA to like be challenged. I don't know. I just feel like, don't you guys think so? I think so.
Mm, challenging in what way? Because
I
they're
feel
still
like if
mediocre.
you make it, if oh Madly,
No, but
you can start with this mediocre. Every chaque thing to mediocre, mediocre,
but
mediocre.
challenge how?
Because I think like in a way,
Uh-huh.
if you make it too easy on a man,
Mhm.
right? They feel like, okay, it's just too easy. Like I'm not into this girl. They feel like you have to make them work for it.
Got it.
Bit,
Okay.
right. So I think like in general, them knowing like that they have competition is also like something that gets them going.
Haitian men.
Just all men in general. I
Really?
think. You don't think Haitian men?
No, me, I'm not like, if I feel like I have to compete for you, I'm out. So, I don't know.
But you're
Because
not a man.
like, I'm not a man.
You're not a man, right?
That's the thing, yeah.
Okay. So I feel like talking about like this like Haitian men,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like as a Haitian woman you have to date Haitian men? Men.
Okay.
I
I would love to be with a Haitian man.
uh-huh.
Like, I am currently dating a Haitian man.
Mm-hmm.
But would I tell you? But would I tell you to go date a Haitian man?
Why not?
Hell no.
Why not?
Don't do it.
Why?
Run for your life.
Why?
Run.
Okay, I'm not team pro Haitian man 100%. But I'm not like, I want a Haitian man. I feel like I want to be with a man.
Você de se compare? Comme ça, bagaille. Like my cousin all the time. Oh, je veux jamais te laisser. And I'm like, c'est compa cap tuyo. I know. Okay, so now to be more serious, right?
Okay.
I think that I would prefer to date a Haitian man. Like, they know me. There's no language barrier.
You
it
understand
feels
we're the
easy.
same culture. Yes.
Like, cette histoire de comme si pour m'ta date en blanc côté pour m'abdire. Oh, c'est pour ça que je fais ça, pour que ça fait ça. Like, it's annoying. I wouldn't want to deal with it. But now when I think about the person I used to be when I lived in Haiti and the person that I am now today, like where I had to work on not being the limited belief and to be more open-minded and all of this and all of that. So now I had to kind of the Haitian men sometimes they don't meet you there for me.
Is it Haitian men or is it just men in general?
I've mostly known Haitian men.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I'm emphasizing on this. But at the end of the day, Haitian men like to cheat too. So that's another problem. Like, comme si c'est un problème et que son problème pour la société.
I feel like most men in general.
Pas connaît, Wallen. But like, I know people who date.
Okay, so I agree that I feel like there's a lot of, I don't know when I say toxicity around Haitian men. I feel like Haitian men in general, like my experience with them is that they really just a lot of time want that traditional, like, woman who does a certain thing. And I feel like because a lot of them too, and I think a lot of us, like, we just say that this is Haitian men because, again, like you said, this is our community. This is what we're used to.
I would prefer that.
So it's easy for us to say Haitian men, Haitian men, Haitian men because, like, statistically, that is the group that we've dated. So we don't really know that much about that other group. Like, I mean, I feel like I've dated different races.
Yeah, how was that?
It was better.
Right? It was better,
Yes,
right?
it was.
You comprends, on peut traiter femme. You can come up with show
Je sais pas.
emotion.
Somebody
You can
asked
talk to
me.
les femmes.
Oh my
You
god,
know?
Maddie. But okay, so why do you feel like Haitian men like okay, so do you feel like there's a difference between Haitian men and other men?
Hmm.
What is the difference that you feel like the major difference is?
Because how
But
would
so
I say
me,
that?
I just feel like seeing like people around me, like men around me, right? Like my friends who are in a relationship with Haitian men, I
Hmm.
feel like a lot of time
Hmm.
they didn't grow up with like fathers that are emotionally intelligent, right?
Hmm.
Because a lot of like these Haitian men grew up with dads who are cheating on their like Haitian the generation of my dad, right?
Hmm.
They're known for having multiple
Yeah.
women, multiple families.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they don't understand it for them the idea of like I have a wife,
Hmm.
I provide her with housing, I give you money, I provide for my kid, that is enough, right? Like they
Hmm.
don't understand that you have to romance your wife, you have to treat her right, you have to do
You're
little nice things for
providing.
them, you have to provide. But for them, the idea of just providing
Hmm.
is enough for them to be like a man,
So
to be a
so
partner.
now I have to say this in Creole. So now
Mm-hmm.
they were providers, but they were cheating. So the wife was like, okay, he's a cheater, but he's providing. But
Yeah.
now the kids they had, instead of wanting to do better, now they want to be provided for and cheat.
So are you just saying that Haitian men want to be provided for?
Like, gen ki bon, but
Okay.
rampil nan sa map tade, surtout sa ka vin nan zore mwen yo bezwe pou map take care yo.
You know what? I literally heard that. Like, I was talking to a group of guys like
Mhm.
last week, and they said something to me that I felt like was surprising. They were saying that traditionally,
Uh-huh.
Haitian women have always been providers.
Sa realite la vi pa yo.
I, and for me, I thought it was weird. And when I
No.
told them that I didn't understand that, because they were saying how um, a lot of like Haitian women
Mhm.
would come to the US, be nurses, and send money back to their families, or when they would come here, they would be the ones who have like that nursing degree and are providers for their family. And honestly, like seeing the generation of like my aunts or my friends' aunts who are in the US, the wives are usually the ones that are bringing in the income, and the guys are not providing as much. And I feel like there is that like idea of like you grew up in different social classes and social economic systems, and you might not see it because I feel like for me,
Well,
my dad was a
let me
provider.
tell you what happened, okay?
Okay, deal.
The man, I'm gonna say this in Creole, whatever, because then later we can
Okay.
translate it. That's fine. They were king in Haiti. They don't want to be doing little jobs in America. The woman is the one that's strong, qui pas pour mettre main à la pâte. Because I literally know one who came from Haiti. He wants to stay home, don't do anything because he doesn't see himself being an Uber driver.
Oh
He
my
doesn't see himself
god.
working in maintenance. You don't have the money though, right? But your wife is the one who's going to get the CNA,
Job.
the whatever job,
You know what?
and
You're
trying to
right.
help because that's why because they're lazy, they're mediocre. That's the thing because once they out of their sheltered community, they're
Mm-hmm.
unable to go outside the box and understand that they still need to be putting food on the table. They are still responsible for someone. So the wife then feels the need now to take care because at the end of the day,
They
they
have to feed their
believe in take
kids.
care and being nurturing, and they're afraid to kick that man out. So now they're paying the consequences and doing the job of two.
That's right. That's true.
This is
But
what happens.
okay, so because
Because I remember one time my dad literally was surprised that I was okay to work at Banana Republic. Because he said, oh, I thought you would have a complex about folding clothes and whatever. I said, like,
but
for
it's like you
what?
need money.
We
I
need
do think you're right. I
money.
feel like for us we're more practical. It's like we need money. We understand that to get money you have to work and you have to do certain things. Whereas like I feel like maybe men have because also there was this whole discourse online too on TikTok about why is it that like more women are going to college versus men,
Mhm.
right? And then a lot of the discourse were like was like, oh, that I don't know, for some reason men kind of brought it back to women, right?
Mhm.
Here comes to women had it easier. They have more role models, they have this, they have that. But then for me, I feel like it's weird, like you guys both grew up in like the same household because to them, the idea was like women go to school, they see teachers as their role model. The teachers are mostly female.
Mhm.
And, so for them, that idea of like, okay, getting an education is better, like, and then they also think that having a female teacher means that there are also biases
Mhm.
towards like women where these teachers are encouraging the girls to do better
Mhm.
and to evolve more. And then there is also when you're looking at the community in the US too
Mhm.
and the absence of a lot of male figures in
Mhm.
their lives that also ties to them like lacking success. But for me, I feel like a lot of Haitian household, both parents are in there. Like even if they're not married, I feel like a lot of Haitians
No, so
that I
meaning,
know.
okay, you don't have a dad.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, that happens. You don't have an uncle. You don't have, or
That's
your
what I'm
friend.
saying.
Your friend don't have a dad. Because me, I'm the type of person, like I don't have a mom, but I still see my friend who have moms, and I see
I
them doing things.
agree.
I feel like it's a bunch of bullshit to stay mediocre. Fact of the matter is, it is okay if you come from like a household that you were not taught to do certain things, but that it is not the reason why you cannot be better in the future. We watch movies where you see movies where you see the men go to school. You've seen this, you've seen that. Like you can still dream and you can still learn. Like if it can be on
Hmm.
TV, it's definitely doable. If it's not, even like science fiction now, everything is possible nowadays.
Okay.
But like I just think that it's just to find a way of why I'm
Oh,
not
you're not
this.
doing this. And I do think it's a lot of excuses. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying because it's like when you're thinking about it, both you can have a family. Like for me, I'm looking at like a lot of families around me where you can have like a Haitian family where you have a daughter and a son. And I feel like in most cases, like the daughter would go out there and get multiple degrees and the boy would do something totally different where they would have a totally different path.
Because also like the woman needs to have so many, the woman needs to shine brighter to be chosen, whereas the man, he can be at level 0, or and he will find a
You know,
woman, because at some point women, it's not a matter of what is that man, who is this person I'm bringing into my life. It's a question of having this statue next to me. So the man, at any given part of his life, he will find a woman.
okay, do you feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's unfair a little bit to guys to say that?
To say what?
Because to say that like they just want to be mediocre, because I also was having a conversation with
Mm-hmm.
guys. I mean, I feel like for me, I know I'm playing devil advocate right now.
No, that's
You know what I
fine.
mean?
Yeah.
But devil's advocate, like I do feel like when you're looking at the rate, because this is also um the month of June is also like
Mental health.
mental health awareness day. But it's
Mm.
like I feel like do we also realize the amount of pressure that men might have in general to be successful? As us women, I feel like a lot of us were expected to just like people have low expectations of us. Like when I say low expectation, it's like you go somewhere people don't expect you to be smart. Like they think they're like, "Oh, you're a woman." Like the amount of time when I tell people I'm an engineer, people are like, "Oh, you're an engineer, you're smart." Like that's a male dominated field. Like even in
Mm-hmm.
Haiti, when I decided that I was going to go and be an engineer, like the amount of women and men who are saying like that's a men's job, like why don't you go into nursing or something,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I feel like men in a sense like they have less chances to fail, and I feel like that create like maybe that creates an anxiety around like them, like and maybe it creates that fear that creates like this handicap for them, or this not handicap but paralysis to like move forward because you're expected to be great all the time, and sometimes you feel like that greatness is so unachievable, and it feels like if you fail you might lose your girl, you might lose this, you might lose that. Like look at how you're like most of us, if a guy doesn't make money it's like you're broke, we don't want you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like that idea of like you have to go and go and go and go and go. Like is it like putting a lot of pressure on men where maybe it creates like this anxiety and this mental fucknuffs this whatever, that's something that's fucking up their brain that makes them feel like maybe like I don't know, I'm a little handicapped and paralyzed and it's hard for me to just take these steps. I don't know. And I'm playing devil's advocate, but like have you ever thought about maybe that's why maybe
I
males are
be
not doing as well as we
I
are?
believe in my man's mental health. I'm the type of person, I will ask him, "How are you feeling today? How is your mental today?" I will
Yeah,
ask all these questions. Like if my man cannot do something, I think that he knows that he can come to me.
but do you think all
And
women are like that
not
though?
all women are like that, but first
Okay.
of all, you need to know who you're dating. First of all,
Okay.
you're trying to date bikini this who wants Louboutin this and Louboutin that. What do you think she wants? What do you think she wants? She wants to fly to Greece. She wants to do. What do you think she wants? So the fact that you go to that door, you understand the responsibilities of dating these
That
type
woman.
of girls, right? But
Yeah.
like this is what happened. But at the end of the day, yes, I deal a lot with anxiety, and
Hmm.
I cannot fail or whatever. But first of all, you should not think about, oh, I cannot fail because of my wife. I cannot.
But what I'm
You
saying
need
is
to
like it's
live
more
yourself.
okay in society for women to fail than it is for men to fail.
I get that, but at the end, it's okay for them to fail. It is okay for
It is okay, but it's like when you're in that moment, because I've dealt with anxiety,
me too.
and I know you have too. I feel like for me, I'm thinking about like if I were a man and I felt like, yo, if I fail, then my world would completely crumble. When it might be a fake reality,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if society makes you feel like if you fail, you're worthless, then it's
Mm-hmm.
like I can only imagine how that could like really fuck you up.
It can fuck you up. You go to therapy.
That's true. And men don't want to, black men
Yeah,
especially don't
go
like
to
going to
therapy.
therapy. I totally agree with that.
Lavender. I use lavender. Join lavender.com.
Hey, girl, they're not paying us to sponsor them.
Not
We're
yet.
cutting this off.
Not yet.
No.
But like, yes.
Okay, but all right. So, like talking about dating Haitian men. So I was in an elevator with
Uh-huh.
like this group of people, and then there's a conversation happening in the elevator about, because we were talking about like comme si quelqu'un nous préférait africain and everything, right?
Uh-huh.
And the conversation that was had, like one of the guys asked us like, okay, he was Haitian and he was saying, what's the difference between a Haitian and an African?
A lot.
Monthly. Okay, go ahead. What's
From
a lot?
No, a lot.
Okay, example.
Number one, like anxiety or not, they keep pushing.
That's true. They're providers.
Anxiety or not, they keep
are
pushing.
providing. They're providers because I feel like it's in their culture to just know that they have to provide for their women.
Mhm.
And that was the one thing that all of the girls in the elevator were saying,
Mhm.
how most African men understand that they have to provide for their women no matter what, whereas it's not the case for a lot of Haitian men. And it's
Well,
like,
that guy clearly told you the woman is a provider. Yeah, but I'm
if I saw him, he was like, if you're already making money, like, so what the conversation that I had was like, if you're already making money and you can provide for yourself, do you need a man that's a provider? That's the question that he asked me. And I don't think it's an unfair question. You know what I mean? Because for me, this provider conversation, I think it's all in terms of what it is that you want for yourself.
Can I answer to that question?
Okay, answer the question.
For me, I don't take of my value, like, my value is by what Maddie can do for herself, what I'm able to achieve. My strength is what I'm able to endure. My value is not like my man is this big top gun. Like I need him to be this big top gun for me to feel like I'm a woman. I'm confident. My confidence doesn't come from having this type of guy around me, but I want to build wealth. I want to build wealth for myself. I want to feel comfortable. And if I want to do that, I cannot make X amount of money and this person is making below like minus 50% of what I'm making.
And that's fair.
And it's not a question of you cannot. That I can understand that like you're on your way to greatness. Right now your salary is this. You're going to grow from that. That's fine. But for us to build generational wealth is not by just having one person making the money. 100%. I feel like it's either participation, like mental, like you help me build a company, you advise me on what to do and presenting me to people. But usually I want somebody who's doing better than me, so that person also puts me in other doors as well. You know what?
I think for me, this provider conversation, it's a fair one. But I think like when you're looking at social media, there's this whole conversation of, oh, a man has to be this, and that, right? And I feel like as we're talking about this, as we're in this dating episode, I think one thing we need to realize and understand is the importance of doing the work on ourselves to understand what it is that we want in a relationship and not just adopt whatever society or TikTok or Instagram tells you that you want for a relationship. Because honestly, I have a friend who honestly, when I think about a marriage that I'm like, okay, she makes me maybe want to get married, right? Well, I do want to get married, but she makes me want to get married. It's like she dated, like her husband has never been the type to want to have a traditional job. He doesn't like it. He tried it. He didn't like it.
Okay.
He even went to college because that was a requirement for her to marry him. She was like, if I'm going to marry you, you have to have a college degree. He was like, okay, I'm going to get the college degree. They got married, but he's never held a traditional job, right? He doesn't have a 9 to 5. He just works weird, like not shift, but like he's had a job for a long time where because he's been there so long, like his hourly wage is really high and he gets paid time and a half. If he works on the weekend, he gets paid double. Like, which I think like now at the phase of they are in their relationship, he makes more yearly than she does. But at the beginning, he wasn't. But when I'm thinking about it, right, like for her, that's not what was important. Like when I'm looking at their relationship, for her, like, she wanted a partner, she wanted a best friend, she wanted somebody who makes her feel, who gave her emotional security, who was mature, who put in effort for her, right? And when I'm looking at their relationship, he does all of that. He is
And
very
then,
emotionally mature. Like, when I'm looking at like the kid that they have, he takes care of this kid more than she does. You know what I mean? But like, you know, like, she does it when she feels like it. Like, playing with the kid, changing the kid's diaper, taking care of the kid. He does that more than.
oh, that's what I want my husband to do, though. That's what I
Mkonsa.
want my husband to do.
Mkonsa.
I
But
don't want to take care of the kids.
nannies or husbands?
No, husband. No,
Husband.
I want my kid to feel love. So I want that. Wait, but
Involved.
babies, wait.
Anyways, but like, for me, what I'm saying is, like, it's important to understand what you want from a man. Like, it's understand what you want from a relationship. And I feel like at first, for me, when I started like going into the dating world, I didn't understand that. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But like, I feel like as I started dating more and more, I kind of like understood more and more what I want in a relationship, and that changed over time.
And that's true. Like, you have to sit down with yourself and understand what exactly you need. And this is not what your friend needs. This is not what I need, what Ro needs, right?
Yeah.
And like, because I might, like, my cousin Lizzie said, there's certain things that gets on her nerve, and I'm like, are you sure? Why are you annoyed? Like, why? But then that's her pet peeve.
Yes.
And that's not mine, right? And that's fine. So if I'm only listening to what she is doing, I would basically break up with someone over things that I don't really care about being mad about. So I think that's very important. And that's one thing that I make sure to know what I want. And me, what I want is, like, I understand the untraditional hours. I want a smart man. I like for my man to be very smart.
Okay.
And like, I want to have big conversation about what's going on in the world and you to be aware. Like, I want my dad, but not all my dad. No, not his personality. He's a great dad, but
okay.
But tell me, he's gonna watch this. Sorry. But like,
but if you're telling the truth, that's the truth, right?
Yeah, I'm always telling him this. Like, the brain, like, I like, we can have amazing conversation. I want for my man to be smart. Like, the degree, yes, why not?
Like, having a degree, you mean?
Yes, like, the person I'm dating now is a doctor, so yeah.
Okay.
So that's, so, you know, but
not you saying, making sure people know that you're dating a doctor.
No, I don't know, but I'm just saying. But if I meet a guy and this person wows me, this person just makes me like question all my checklist, I would date somebody who's like have untraditional hours or don't have a degree and whatever that is. But at the same time, what's very much important is that person can provide. And when I mean provide, not to take care of me, but together we can build and have something together. That's very important.
I think for me, like, in dating, I do want that, like, true partnership. Like, true partnership. I feel also, this is the thing for me, I feel like you're never gonna get everything on your list.
100%. Yeah.
Right. But I do feel like you need to have like a few, like maybe 3 or 4 that you're just deciding these are deal breakers for me. These are things I absolutely want in my relationship. Like, before, I didn't realize that, like, I was like one of those girls who were like, yeah, I don't care if my man's a provider or not. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really, no, seriously, because
who said that?
Me, I used to be that girl, because I used to be the girl that was like always looked at the girls that were like always asking guys. I had a friend. She had a guy buy her a car.
Well, no, why 150 by yourself?
No,
for
like,
me, fois.
No, como ça. I feel like I told you this.
No, I don't remember.
No, I used to, like, when I said I didn't care that guy was a provider. When I said it's like I've dated guys that made less than me, and I was like fine with it.
No, but that doesn't mean you cannot be a provider.
They were not like, you know, paying for everything. I was the one paying for things for them. You know what I mean? Where that was the case for me. Where at first I was like that, but it wasn't until I dated. But it's like, I think for me, it came from a place where I needed to do more work on loving myself and on, like, thinking that I deserve more. Because for me, it came from a place of, yeah, I don't want to ask for too much.
Ladies, while she's saying this, plus size, skinny, 2X, 3X, 6X, size 16, 14, 10, 8, 4, 2. If I forget a size, I'm sorry. Plus, plus, plus. You deserve always
Yes.
what you want. Whatever you have on your list, the fact that you want it, you deserve it. Like everybody deserve. I believe that everybody deserve to get the person that they want. And I'm not saying like to have you can be delulu if you want to. You know what I mean? But you always deserve the love that you want because there's a reason why you want it. It's capable. It's
But
possible.
that's the thing that a lot of like girls do, right? Like, because it's a question of like you be with a guy, right? You want to give a guy everything. You think like having butterflies for a guy is good, like all of these little things, right? And it comes from like a lot of trauma and a lot of like things that you have about yourself that you don't realize. And it took me going to therapy and me dating an amazing guy for me to realize that like,
Koshute.
eh,
Oshutel. What you tell?
we just always into that.
Zakat.
We just always into that. You're trying, yes. No.
No.
No,
But again,
but it did.
Ubanas,
No,
Ubanas.
I mean, I felt like to me, it's like somebody can be good on paper, but it doesn't mean that they're the right person for you. And I'm grateful for my experience with them. But literally, I think at first, like I would see, like I told you, my friend who had a guy buy her a whole car,
Good
and
job.
this guy was my
Who's
friend,
this
and
friend?
I
Can meet
knew,
that friend?
I knew
know
he
her?
wasn't making that much. This guy still managed to buy her a freaking car. Like I don't know why.
love
Ele
it.
teve uma machine para trabalhar, achou uma machine. E
Good
uma
job.
machine Bogotá, não tem one.
No,
Yo.
next guy got it, but good job.
Mandy, the guy's my friend. Why are you saying this? Like he's probably watching.
Oh my God. No, he got it though. No.
Di pa carrière, il te remet from nan.
Wa from na toujours?
No.
It's an investment. You need return. He
He
has a mega loss that he cannot even
He's
claim in
not from
taxes.
Noko, but
No. No.
no, he's not from Noko. But that's what I'm saying. But it's like I used to see these girls, right, and think I'm not one of those girls. I'm not one of those girls who needs a guy to pay for my nails to get done. I'm not one of those girls who need. I'm an independent woman. I don't want a guy to pay for my nails. I don't need a guy to pay for my hair. I don't need a guy to pay for this.
I feel a lot
and
of
it feels like
women
a lot
went
of
through
women
that.
are like this, where it's
A
like
lot of women
for
went.
me, and I think like for me, it came from a place of I can do it all by myself. I can do that all by myself. One, two, that like I don't want to ask for too much from a guy, and like have them feel like I'm asking for too much and like not want to be with me. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because somebody I know was dating that guy, and then when they actually broke up, the guy was like, "Oh, you would make my card go overdraft. You ask so much of me, like so many times you want me to take you to restaurant." The guy lost it on her. No, but yeah, because she had the mentality like you have to do this.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of money, but she kept saying you have to do this and you have to do
but
that.
But this is also what the guys are talking about. It's like if you have it, like, do you need to comme si exiger que a guy does all of this for you? Well, for me, I think it's everything in moderation, right? And I think like by then, like I said, I felt like I didn't want to be too much on a guy, and I don't want to ask of too much from them because I felt like maybe if I'm too much, you're not gonna stay, right? Whereas like when I started dating that guy that I told you, like that was like he's Nigerian.
Wow, Nigerian is net.
He's Nigerian. He was Nigerian, and he was like very like strict about doing things for me. Like I feel like I would. Like, you know, he would be like, no, you're not sitting in, like, he has to pull the chair for me. He has to open the door. Anything that I want, I mentioned I want it. Like, he already, like, takes care of making sure I get it. And it's not even that I'm asking. I could be like, oh, I remember this one thing I felt like the first thing he did that I thought was super cute. I'm not a big chocolate eater. I only like one brand of chocolate. That's like a Japanese brand.
Wow.
And
so too, I'm a Japanese chocolate.
A bougie bitch.
Right.
Yes. And I mentioned it to him, and he literally got it for me. And
that's so nice.
He was like very particular, like, come see, I'm not lifting anything that I would just intend to do. He would literally stop me and be like, yo, relax. Like, you know, I got it. And I think like it was so hard for me to be okay with it at first.
Really?
And yeah, it was really something that was difficult for me to accept. And I had to take a step back and tell myself, like, yo, just chill. Let him be a man. Let him do his thing. And honestly, I used to think I'm not one of those girls back then. Now I'm definitely one of those girls.
Yes, you
I
are.
mean, I don't think that I necessarily need a guy to be like, babe, mélange, I'll dépenser. Comme si après des garçons sous les bancs, you know?
An example of another Nigerian man. It's just so hard because I don't have like these type of example for Haitian.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, you guys can send
I don't really know a lot of like send it to us. I don't know.
Send it to me later for me to know. But like this girl I know, she just started dating this guy, and then the guy was like, "Oh, what are you up to?" And then she said, "Oh, I'm about to go get my nails done." she just received like Apple
Yeah.
Pay 100 or something to just get her nails done.
These Nigerian men, but honestly, when the guy was asking like the difference between dating a Haitian man and a Nigerian man, this is the example that I could like. I've never felt more feminine, like in my feminine energy. Ukunwe madly, you know, like the feeling I had with him
Mm-hmm.
is like, you know, the feeling where you spent like a whole day on your feet working,
Mm-hmm.
and you finally get home
Mm-hmm.
and you sit on a chair
And then you put your feet
and
on some.
you relax and you feel your body sinking. You feel all your body just relax. That's how I felt with this guy. Like he made me feel so safe, and I think like what that
That's
made me
important.
realize is that like I don't think it was so much about the money. It was just so much of like him making me feel like you don't have to do it all on your own. You don't have to like I'm gonna provide for you. I'm gonna be there for you. I whatever you need, I got you. And having that safety also allowed me to be more in my feminine side. I think one thing guys don't realize is that the more you are a woman's peace and their safety and their support system, the more they go into their feminine energy and they do all these things that you guys claim you want in women, right? Like me, I literally am not cooking. I wanted to cook for this guy. I was like, okay, shit, I need to cook him a meal when he's coming over, like you know, and that's not me, and that's not something that like I typically want to do, but I was like, I want to wear more dresses. I want my hair to be done all the time. Like, and he brought this out of me. And I think it made me realize that I just needed somebody to allow me to be soft and feminine in order for me to like unlock that part of me, you know?
No, that's good. Like talking about independent, I feel like a lot of guys have an issue with women and feel like some women are very independent and that gets into their ego, feeling like the woman doesn't need them, right? Like we have to be independent. We're single women living, especially we live in New York City. I cannot like we have to go about our day and take care of business and take care of ourselves and get to work and do certain things, take care of our home and all of that stuff, pay bills and a bunch of things. But it takes time to especially at our age, like for me, it's been years being single, years having to take care of myself. So it takes time. I don't feel like the independence doesn't come from we don't think you're not enough. The independence comes from our reality. And it's that we have to take care of ourselves. We have to be us, right? But it takes time. And for us, and I think for me, I feel I'm very independent and I really kind of just want to do things because I just know I have to do things. Like for me, the best bet for a man to want to be there for me is to know what I want to do and just start doing it. Because if you just do actions, because telling me you're going to do something, and in my brain, it might not register to be like, oh, he told me he's going to do it.
But also there's the fact that like a lot of men will tell you they're going to do something and not actually do it.
Exactly.
So I have to like build that trust with you to know that you're going to come through.
Correct.
Before I decide to trust that you're just going to do something for me.
So just like, oh, this, I'm going to take care of it.
Okay, you know what? I love that because this is one thing that I feel like this newer generation, I think we need to do a better job at understanding. Like this newer generation of men. It's like right now, back in the days, our moms, our mothers, like they couldn't work as easily. Like they were more like prone to be like housewives and everything. You know what I mean? Even if they had a job, they kind of had to, not all of them had jobs, especially in the Haitian community. A lot of them were house moms and they kind of had to stay in a relationship with a man and all a man had to do for them is provide, right? They didn't have a choice. Even if the man cheated on them, they had to stay there. But for us now, we're making our own money, right?
Good job,
we
ladies.
Need you to like show up in a different way. And I think a lot of guys, like they don't understand that like right now, these gender roles are changing. It's like, you're bringing money, I'm bringing money too. So now you need to like show up for me in a different way because I'm not just needing you to give me money. So I need you to like, if I'm stressed, like you're showing up in a certain way, you're supporting me in different ways. Like I don't know, like you have to show emotional intelligence and support me in certain type of maturity and show efforts in different way to make me feel safe and to make me feel like I can rely on you and I can support you. And I feel like for me, I've had so many instances where like men would say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Oh, yeah, like I've had so many instances of guy like saying they're gonna do things and actually not do shit. Yeah. So for me, it's like,
and you didn't ask.
And men will tell you whatever you want to hear to get what they want. So it's like it's very hard for you to be like to trust that a guy's gonna do what they say they're going to do. And it's unfortunate that we're letting our past traumas like come into the current relationship that we have, but that's human.
But it's the same way they bring in their
way
past
they do
traumas
this.
to our
Exactly.
to the relationship we have with them today.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I think, you know what? I think this is a good way. We should talk about some misconceptions that like men like have of women. Like I feel like the thing like oh, women are independent and they don't need men. But I think like another one that like they have is like once you get a girl that you don't need to try anymore. That's one, I feel like I did some research on this, and that's one thing that I feel like, well, the internet says that men think like, okay, the moment which is true, it kind of shows where men will get married and they feel like, okay, bon mariage, you know, so
yeah, it's like my person. Oh, we've been sweethearts and we've known each other since we were 14, 15, you know? We know we want each other. We want to get married to each other, and that's it. No effort.
But it's like, that's the thing. You have to continuously, like, you have to work all the time at it. I feel like relationships take work. It doesn't mean once you get the girl, that's it. You don't need to do anything else. And I think, like, that's, like, something wild for me that, like, men think. And I'm like, why would you even think that that's okay?
But I'm asking myself, is it them who think that it's okay, or people just get comfortable and they just, but also other women saying something about that too?
No, it's like the internet said that men usually think that like once they get a girl, that's fine. They don't have to try anymore. Because I don't think women are like that. We're always continuously
women are like
I feel
that.
like
Women are like that.
Scared. I feel like women
are
get
like that.
No, I feel like women, no. Once they get a man, they don't feel like they have to stop. They feel like they have to maintain it because, especially as you're getting older, you always feel like some younger girl can come and snatch your man. Like something can happen, right? So there's always that idea of like, you have to maintain that relationship. And also it feels like you kind of have to keep working to keep that man. Like they always they teach women how to keep a man, right? You have to get it and keep a man. Ouais, comme si, même là, Joanne, nous, on qui t'a fait un jury Jojo, qui pas haïtien, qui t'a fait un jury Jojo pour femme, pour nègre, nous we were like, yo, she's working to keep that man.
But she's not married yet.
But either way, like, she's going to keep doing it to maintain that man because you know that, like, you don't want to be in your 40s single.
It's okay to be in your 40s
no,
single,
but it's
by
like,
the way.
It's okay, but it's like a lot of women think that it's not. Whereas, like, men, they feel like, okay, they got the girl, like, okay, I already gave you whatever it is. I got you. There's no need for me to continue and make that effort, right? Like, they feel like they already got the prize. It's fine. Whereas, like, that's like the reason why that happened. And then they complain that their wives don't want to have sex with them. Like, why do you think they don't want to have sex with you? The best foreplay, no, seriously, the best foreplay is you doing active service for your wife, like showing up for your wife. No, seriously, Maddie, don't you get the most turned on when you come home? Lord, you come see like that guy that came, he cleaned your, didn't you want to fucking right away? Didn't that fucking turn you on? Yes or no?
Hey!
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's like, it's one thing that men don't
No,
realize.
I literally, no, honestly.
No, seriously, it's one thing that men don't fucking realize.
I was so upset. I would be like, oh, why didn't you stay? I would be like,
but literally the best foreplay is literally you doing something nice for your girl.
I literally
and I don't think men realize that.
Why didn't you tell me you were here? I would have ran over and like, I was so upset.
Honestly, the time that a man like literally turned me on the most is when they've done something nice for me, or they took care of something that was stressing me out, and they're like, "Baby, I took care of it." What? Come here right now. Come here right now. Because it's like, and I don't think men realize that, and they're like, like women don't want to have sex anymore. Everything changed. But why? Because you're not putting in any effort. Like now, you're in a situation where you're doing more work at home. You're taking care of the kid. What? Take care, Kai. Princess or pay a bill? Yo, fuck it. Nah.
No, I'm
might
not.
Might as well go marry another girl. Sometimes I'm looking at it, I'm like, I might as well marry my best friend because at least my best friend is going to show off. No, seriously. A lot of these women, their best friends are the ones showing up for them.
Yep.
More than their men are.
That's true.
So,
no, that's true.
I don't know.
No, like, but again, I do feel like at the same time, yes, they don't do. They get comfortable in the marriage. They don't do anything. You fin travail, you get bag la, you buy bag la, you bon mariage la, you flanco deux petits moun, you marry puis you pense baka sauver encore. But the women also make it, I think the women make it okay for them to stay where they at. Because some women are afraid to to speak up and
I agree.
say
You're right.
certain things. Like
And ask for things, yes.
Comme si moi rentre la caille moi là, comme si the guy I'm dating right now, when we're married, if we get married, I don't even think he would even turn around. Like he knows me so well. Like I don't think he would ever say or do this. Like he knows. Like when he knows like the way I look, the way I look at him. If he even asks for something, I'm gonna lose it. Like so, your men need to know you. The fact that you keep showing the men that I'm gonna do this.
That's another thing.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, papi, what did this?
No, but that's the thing. It's like not being yourself. You remember how you were saying to me, "Oh, you need to be maybe more feminine, like like to get a man or something like that." You said something. But
I would say be more feminine to have a man.
You said something along these lines.
Oh mon Dieu. Oh, you need to be feminine to get a man.
You said something like this.
I said that like each person, there's some people who fall more into a category where people are more inclined to, like a bigger percentage of the population will go towards that. I just feel like some people, they're very different on the way they do certain things.
Yeah.
So it means that we just have to exercise patience.
Oh, wait, it's fine.
That we will find the person.
No, I think it was fair whatever statement you said. You said that like a lot of men, especially Haitian men, have big egos and they want their women to look a certain way. And honestly, I'm plus size.
I'm not like
I'm a girl.
I'm not their top choice, but fuck them. Listen, I'm not gonna lose weight for them.
And again, I feel like there's like a situation where you were like, yo, why don't you try wearing weaves? Why don't you? Me, I'm a natural girl. I don't even like wearing makeup. That's who I am, right? I'm not the type of person that's gonna be wearing makeup, wearing a weave. I've never had a weave in my life. Like, and I have nothing wrong against women. That's just not my aesthetic. And literally, I remember having this conversation with Maddie saying, like, I understand what you're saying, that there's like a way that like men want their women to look. That's just not me. And I feel like I'm feminine in my own ways. Like, yes, like when you're thinking about that trophy wife that have like, I don't know, a 20-inch bust down or whatever you call those, like weave, always wearing like put together heels, like fake nails. That's not me. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But I feel like, and I told her, and I remember telling you, like, I feel like I don't want to be that girl. And then when we're married, this person is expecting me to continue that, which
no, because who you are while you're dating the guy, you have to stay in more.
Yes. And I feel like for me, it's important that like you be aware that like, yeah, you might not be everybody's cup of tea, but the person that's for you will show up. And that's what I'm
saying. Like your person will be okay with who you are,
who I am,
and the way you are today. You know what I mean? And that's fine.
And I think like when we're dating, it's okay to understand. I feel like there's like this anti-preference narrative going out there for both like women and men, in the sense where like, I feel like there's like a hatred towards men having preference. Like if a man says,
I have preference.
I feel like everybody has preferences. It's like, why are we getting mad that people have preference?
If a man don't like plus size women, I'm okay with that. I love myself, but I'm okay with that.
If you don't like dark-skinned women, I'm okay with that. Go find your other ones that look a certain way.
But the thing is, don't come and date me and say, when are you going to the gym?
I agree.
Because when I'm moving John McGraw, probably madame vin size 10. Like, si vous voulez size 10, bah fait travail moins. Mais on parle lui dit que you see it's the same thing for women when
That's what I'm saying. It's both for women too, because I feel like women are always mad when guys are like, oh, I want a woman that cooks and clean and that looks a certain way, right? But then it's like, you think it's okay for you to just scream out of the top of your lungs, oh, I want a man that's a provider, that's gonna do this, that's gonna do that. It's like the same way you have certain preference. Because there are some women who don't care that a man is not making 6 figures, is not 6 foot tall, it's not like, you know what I mean, looking a certain way. But if a man tells you he wants a girl that looks a certain way, I feel like you need to accept this. And I think that's fine. And I can't stand this double standard in the dating world,
for
honestly.
Me, you don't know how to cook, you want your woman to cook for you. I think that's your preference. That's who you are. Find the woman who's okay. Don't ask. It's the same way. If you know you don't like to cook, if you know you don't want to be slaving around in a home, this is not who you are. Don't go be with this guy just for the sake of Après ça, pour plein. On montre nèg la c'est manger au café, continuer ba manger, râler, battre fritaille ou faire manger ba nèg la, fri manger ba nèg la manger, c'est ça montrer nèg la qu'on fait. Moi même like on voit sur Instagram on pense manger me pas faire pour c'est pigo manto ba so tête. Like literally if a guy really thought that I'm going to cook for you, like
but that's the thing. It's like sometimes we just try to sell
But
people a dream.
That
and
doesn't mean that
that's
I'm
not
not, I
really-
cannot cook or I don't want to
She
cook.
can cook, guys.
You try my food today.
Yeah, she cooks. She can
But
cook.
but like obviously if I have the time, it's all because how I see the household, it's like a business. Like we will utilize our skills in the area that we can excel at.
Yeah.
If I'm the one who's better at cooking, you will most likely find me in the
Exactly.
kitchen.
And that's
if
the
my
thing.
man loves doing laundry, you'll most likely see that he's in charge of that.
Which goes back to like knowing your strength, knowing what you want and what you need. Because it's like that might, if your man prefers to cook, he might prefer to cook. I feel like I've been in a relationship with, like, as an engineer, I love building shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've dated men where I was better at putting furniture together than they were. And although I want my man to be able to build me a house, I'm not gonna lie. It's something like, I feel like if you're not good at it,
Well,
it's
then
gonna
said
take
that
you.
she wants to say, be like, oh yes, you look at him building me this.
Yes, that's true.
You have to be able to build, guys.
I feel like I want us to build together, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I want, like, my dream man is a man that, like, I feel like we're gonna buy a fixer-upper,
Oh, wow,
and then we're
really?
gonna just, like, build it from scratch and create my vision. Because I am very particular about things. If you go in my
excited for you.
apartment,
I
like,
really think you
you'll
can get
never
that.
see something in my apartment that you see somewhere else. Like, it's unlikely.
I
Like,
love
I'm
her
very,
apartment
I'm
decor.
very, like, I'm unique. I want, like, I don't like to, like, I'm not big on designer, all the things, because I don't like feeling like I have something and then everybody else around me has it. Maddie knows that. She's always laughing when I say stuff like that. But I'm very
No, but
particular.
as a plus size woman, I can tell you, I hate seeing everybody wearing the same outfits. Like,
agree.
I can understand that's a girlfriend thing or whatever. I think that's so weird. So, like,
Yeah.
for me, not like, I really believe in my own identity. That's very important to me. Like, my home, I can, like, oh, I saw something, like, I can see something that at your house I really like a plant.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, when you come to my apartment, you have to see
me. I agree.
You have to feel me.
But all this to say, it's like, I feel like
Don't you see on
relationships are
TikTok?
overall complex.
Yeah. On TikTok, like, there was a period of time, because when I just moved here, I would, like, go check and see, what I could do. Like, because I would research mostly, like, studios apartment. Like, how people use, and everybody's place looked the same.
That
I was like,
millennial
hell
gray.
no. So
Yeah.
so that's the thing. So I'm very particular about
I
that
think
too.
the same applies to relationships. Right? Each relationship is complex. Like, I think, like, I've fallen victim of, like, that TikTok relationship situation. Like, when I say TikTok relationship, where TikTok tells you, oh, as a woman, you need to have this, and that. Your man has to do this. If he doesn't do this, then he doesn't love you. If he doesn't, like, make sure that you're not walking on the right side of the sidewalk, you should leave him. If he doesn't open a door for you, you should leave him. It's like, does this matter to you? If it doesn't, like, it's not a big deal. Just because TikTok tells you that this is what it should be, it doesn't mean that this is actually
what you
need in a
what
relationship.
you see your friend and their partner
Doing.
I'm a big believer that your friends and their partner, when they out, they playing the biggest movie of their life. Oscar winning
I know.
movies. Like,
combien de fois où we lost so comme si you're like, the person breaks up, you're like, wait,
why?
why?
Because
Instagram
so
toujours.
no.
Yes.
You have to sit down with yourself. Think what you want for yourself. Especially us ladies, we in our 30s, like, especially because I did look at about statistics. Like, we get a lot of women like that in their 30s, but some in their 20s too. But it's like, people are rushing to be in relationship nowadays.
Yeah.
People want that, and that's fine. Everybody crave that partnership and having someone they want to go through life, because life is hard and you really want to go through life with someone. But wherever you are, like, you coming from a single parent household, you lost both parents, you have a sister you're taking care of, whoever you are, your circumstances doesn't dictate your future. Like, because there's some people who are like so broke and now they're billionaires, and they literally, you could, like, when you're looking at their life story, you could not even see how did that person go from this situation to who they are today.
Yeah.
Like, however, because some people feel like, because I'm this is what I should get, because I'm this is what, no, like, whatever circumstances that you're coming from, you are allowed to get what you want. And it is time for us to, like, again, knowing that we deserve, and also put down on paper what we want. Like, look at your life. What do you want? Are you the type of person you want your man to hug you? Are you the type of person you want your man to When you feel sad, you want your man to show up for you, and also letting them know what you expect of them.
Communication
is key.
I feel like we don't communicate well enough. I think like both parties, like whether it's men or women, we both have this idea that like the other person should read your mind, right? I feel like no, seriously, I think
my friend will be like, "Well, Madly, I'm like, baby girl, you know, but the guy saw. No, baby girl, you have to say it. You have to say it.
And I feel like it's something that we don't realize enough, that like we have to like be better at like communicating and at like saying certain things. But I think like overall, like again, I think to wrap it up, like I feel like most of the time we need to understand that each relationship is built different. Like it's a complex, like not all relationships are the same. Just figure out what you want for yourself, do the work on yourself, know what you like, and don't just like look at other people. Instagram, TikTok, all of it is fake.
I always say this, like they be like, oh, Life with You is a movie. What type of movie? What genre? Thriller? Comedy?
Okay.
Romance?
All right. So we did one misconception that like men have of, like women have of men. But okay, so one misconception that women have of men, like the internet said, is that men are emotionally unavailable and that they don't have like, they're not good at relationships.
They're not.
You think so?
No, they're not. They need to go to therapy.
I used to think men didn't fall in love the way that we did when I was younger. I thought men didn't have emotions.
Oh.
No, sérieusement, quand j'étais jeune, I used to think que comme si men didn't, like I felt like love for them was transactional, where it's like different relationships, and you know that they didn't actually fall in love the way that we did. I felt like for me, we fell in love like in the movies, like where it's like, Prince Charming, he comes, I'm in love.
No,
and I felt like men
fall in
I felt
love.
like it was incapable.
That's the thing. They're incapable of loving 2 times, but they're capable of loving.
I didn't think they loved the way we did.
No, like if they fall in love with this girl, the next love is going to be different. But I do think that they fall in love at least once.
I didn't think you could break a guy's heart until I became an adult.
I broke mine.
I didn't know. I feel like my first serious relationship was when I realized, yo, y'all have feelings? Like, I'm not even kidding, but it's a thing that's true.
Oh my God,
I spoke to girls about this.
No,
a lot of women think that. Like, and I think a lot of men think that too, because a lot of men used to think that like women are, I spoke to like this guy that I was dating once, and he was saying how when he was younger, because like people like stressed him about having sex so much, they used to see women as like objects to have sex with. Because when you're thinking about it, they reach an age, you're like, oh, you're a virgin, you need to like lose your virginity, So for them, they're just chasing women, and they're not seeing the emotional piece around that, right? So I feel like it might have been the same for us, where it's like men, you hear so much stories of your girls telling you about how men broke their heart, and like you don't hear a lot about like women breaking men's heart, that you forget that like, yo, they might have emotions and they have feelings. And also I feel like men are not used to kind of like communicating their emotions either. Like they don't do that well.
I think men falls hard.
Yeah.
I don't think they marry the woman that they fall hard for, but I think that they fall hard.
Like Michelle Obama's brother on her podcast, he said that men tend to marry the girl that's in front of them when they're ready to get married rather than the love of their life.
I think they able to just go with this person when they're ready to do it, because I don't think they have the maturity to be like, instead of going at the time where they probably met the girl that they fell in love with, they were not ready and they fucked it up. Instead of, because like sometimes it's okay to meet a guy. I feel like it's so hard for us human to be like, I think I want to marry this girl, or I think I want to marry this guy, but I'm not ready yet. I should probably not date that person. I'm not emotionally ready. If I go, I'm going to self-sabotage this relationship, but we just go for it anyway because we want to have a partner, we want to do this. So I feel like this is what happened. They go, they fuck it up, and then they probably can't go back to that person. And then when they're ready, whoever they're dating, who satisfy the needs and do what they need.
It's part of like them not being able to communicate their emotions, because I think it has a lot to do too with why men, instead of breaking up with you, you pass on the caca pour forecast avec yo. Au lieu que you casse avec you, just, you know what, I feel like in this moment I can't give you what you want. I'm just gonna leave. And that's why I like the show Forever, because he was like, I'm walking away from this because this is no longer serving either of us. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sure. And we should just break up. So I feel like, yeah. So one thing that is very common now is like literally like online dating. Do you partake in online dating at all?
I tried it.
Yeah.
I tried it, but I want to say to people, like, online dating will test your confidence.
Yes. I hate it. It will literally make you feel like you're like the ugliest girl in the world. Like nobody that is worth it will ever love you.
That's why, like, I would prefer to meet someone organically, but there are a few success stories that I'm hearing. Even my cousin is dating and she's about to get engaged. Like, there are success stories. Yeah. So I just feel like if your mental is not there, if you're not 100%, I would not tell you to go and try online dating.
Okay. So one of our listeners, he's a guy, one of our guy listeners said that he feels like boys have it easier when it comes to online dating than girls. And I'm surprised by that. Like as a woman, I felt like, because I talk to guys and they're always like, oh, women have it so much easier in the dating pool because like you can go anywhere and get a guy, versus like them, they have to struggle a little bit more.
They have to struggle?
They say they have to struggle to get a girl. But you know what I think it is? I think it's like there's this like group of guy that is like maybe maybe like 10% of men that like all girls want. Like, you know, that's 6 foot and up that makes a certain amount of money. And I think the guy that commented is part of that group of like guy that is successful, that typically who's like, you know, good looking, successful, you know, that typically a girl that is successful in her 30s would want to go for, right? Like he's like, he works in tech and in finance, you know, all of that. And I feel like girls will go for that. Like all the girls are going for that one type of guy versus like you have like that whole majority of guy who, like you said, you would typically call broke or
mediocre
that nobody wants to go for. And you also have, not even counting the non-mediocre ones that are a little bit like, you like short guys, but a lot of girls are not about.
What the?
A lot of girls don't like short guys.
Oh
you
my
know?
God!
A lot of girls don't like short guys.
No.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Should I follow short guys?
It's not that I love short guys.
You don't like short guys, Maddie. I don't like you too.
I'm sorry. Okay. It's not that I love short guys. When I was falling in love with my person,
he was short. He was a short.
That wasn't that's not what I thought love was. Love was just about being in sync. And when I locked eyes with that person, I was just like, that's my husband. Yeah. And, you know, I didn't see anything. So that's the thing. But now as an adult, if I'm going to the, like in the dating pool and pick someone, I would not necessarily pick a short
But you see,
guy.
this is what we're talking about. So for me, this is why I'm surprised. I feel like he's part of that 10% that girls really want. And then you have like that rest that nobody really wants. So I feel like, I don't know if that's an accurate
I think
statement.
right now women will go for short, tall, anything.
Why?
Everybody
because
wants a man.
You think like women in their 30s are desperate? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, women in their 30s are desperate. They are. I'm 30. I'm just like, I see it. Like when I turned 30, I was just so excited. And then I was like, you know, like I am making 6 figures. Let's go. I'm traveling. Let's go. Like I'm making money. Let's go. Like let's do girl trip. And then boom. Where's my man? I need to get married. This person is married.
But it's pressure
what
that
is going
society's
on?
putting on women.
I know that, but
and we have a biological time clock. We do, but and a lot of women want to have kids. So I feel like I understand that you shouldn't. I feel like if you waited this long without a man, you should like really take your time to find the perfect person.
I want to take my time to find my person. Yeah. And like, if let's say the person I'm with now is not the one I'm marrying later, I think that the person that I want to date probably might be older, and I need to wait till I get to these rooms where I meet. Like, I do think that we need to exercise patience. Yes. Like, I think that everybody, well, obviously some people stay alone and that might be their journey, and I don't think that's bad either. But I think that it takes time to find the right person. Yeah. Choosing a partner, it's one of the biggest decision. But I just want to say this. Why are you so picky with your job and not picky with your man? Like,
Oh
why
my
are you picky? Why you need to have a bachelor, master, PhD?
Yeah.
You wanna create a company, but you're not being as picky and detailed in your choice when it comes to picking a man.
But I feel like your partner will also play a big factor of like whether or not you succeed or not. Because I feel like it's important to have a partner that supports you in a business. I feel like Emma Grady said that, where it's like choosing the right partner when you're creating a business and building is important.
I don't wake up every day at 100%. If I wake up with a guy who's mediocre next to me, I'm just gonna think that's just fine. I can just lay down and be mediocre too. Like a bunch of these women, like these. By the way, congratulations! A lot of women I know, they are very like going for it and being the top and being and trying their best, and they keep on getting promoted or creating companies and doing this, and it's like, I don't want to see no mediocre man next to you.
So are you just saying that women settle more than men do?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't you think you're being too picky with your age?
Oh my God, you're right. I forgot about
Somebody
that.
told you that.
Yes.
Somebody told her, don't you think you're being too picky for your age? Like, who the fuck? What the fuck? So because me get 30 ans pour mal prendre on moun même avant?
Okay. Well, I just feel like in terms of online dating, guys, I just feel
proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution. I don't think it's like really like the best option. I think it's better to meet people organically. For me personally, I've had a better experience. Okay, so we're about to wrap up, and Oh My God tradition, we have like our leaving advice. So what is your final advice for our listeners today about dating?
Be patient. Because I was this person who thought that I'll be married by 25, 26, 27, whichever time frame I had. And it takes time to meet this person. But take your time, be patient, work on yourself in the meantime, because if you don't work on yourself, you might meet that person and you literally delaying your time to get with the person because you didn't do that work on yourself. So that's why I tell all my friends, like, in the meantime, you don't see anybody around you, work on yourself in the meantime, go to therapy. A lot of you need to go to therapy, you know, daddy issues, mommy issues, go to therapy. Get better, like, because I'm in therapy, like, I'm not perfect, you know, I cause drama, like, it's a whole thing, but I go to therapy, try to do the work on myself. I want to be a better partner for my husband and my future husband, and I believe that, like, for me to be a better partner, it's continuously working on myself, doing the next thing, doing the things that I feel like I need for myself. So therefore, I need a partner who allows me to know that I'm an independent person on my own, and that has nothing to do with him and how I feel about him and our partnership, because we are two individuals choosing each other, right? But that's very important. So write down what you think you want, what you think you need, what you think you deserve. Like, you deserve it all. I don't want to hear like, so mama, but it's hard to find a man, so I'm just going to take that crap. So papa, I don't have a mom. I deserve all of it. I deserve all of it. I'm size 18, maybe I can wait till maybe 20, I don't freaking know. I deserve all of it. Whatever I want, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, okay, that's beautiful advice. I feel like you said it all. I think my advice would be like to the guys, like, I think it's important that you guys understand that you know, like, as women, we want you to show up in different ways for us, right? So we want you to make sure that, like, you know, do the dishes, clean for us. Like, listen to what your girl is telling you that she needs and try to make that effort. Because like we talked about in the podcast, right? We can provide for ourselves financially now. So I understand that, like, traditionally, like, the role has been to, you know, provide financially and, like, give money to your family. That's what you've seen your dad do. Now, that's not what we need.
Provide can be in different ways.
Yeah, providing now means, like, showing up in ways that make us feel special, showing up in ways that make us feel heard and supported, and, like, lifting a burden for us, like, especially if you're in a relationship where you have a kid. Like, this kid is also your child. You're not babysitting. I've heard guys talk about babysitting their kid. Like, no, this is also your child, right? We're not going to get into it. But I just feel like, think about ways you can show up for your girl.
And that's ChatGPT now. This is how I act. This is how I act with my girlfriend. Is this normal? No, it's not.
Yo, yeah.
How should I be with my girlfriend? ChatGPT will tell you.
And I feel like there's also a lot of like misconception too with certain guys who look a certain way. I've mostly dated 6 foot and up guys, but I feel like if you're a short king, own that shit. Be confident. I don't think like no woman's gonna be like, oh, get the hell away from me. If you're confident enough, like I'm watching this show Love Island. There's this guy who's like 5'8", and he's the one that most of the girls want on the island because he's so confident and he puts in effort. I think like just show up, be confident, and you know, like I don't want to say be a man, but like yo, be chivalrous, be courteous, like learn to respect women and love women, because I think like a lot of time men act like they don't even like women, and I feel like just make the effort to show women that you actually appreciate who they are as a person. You're not just seeing them as an object to put your penis in. Like, come on. You know, but I'm just saying, like, when you're going in a dating world, respect women, treat them well, think about, like, things that you've seen your mom complain about and try to do the opposite of what your dad did.
Because I'm pretty sure you heard your mom complain.
Exactly. I feel like if you love your mom, a lot of them love their mama so much and yet they treat their girls like trash. Like, I don't understand that. Like, either way, my advice to you is do better, man. Like, and I feel like right now we just don't need you to just give us money. We need more.
But also, like, to the women, take care of your man's mental health. Exactly. Because it is the same way, like, I can be, like, saying, like, how they mediocre and whatever. Like, a lot of these men I know, they have great personalities. They have all they need to be amazing partners. They have it. So, it's like, take care of your man's mental. Ask them how they're feeling. Make sure they okay. Make sure that you have that open line of communication for them to come and tell you what they're struggling with.
I do feel like if you're in your 20s too, I feel like for me, I feel like, okay, in my 30s, I don't know that I necessarily want a man that I have to build. Like, you know, build up. Like, I don't
build up.
But I feel like if you're in your 20s, you're both building together, it's okay, right? But I do feel like, think about, again, what you want at a certain age. Sometimes it's okay. Like, if you feel like this guy has a good earning potential, stick beside them.
Et puis avant de quitter, si nèg la gon petite pas dit li.
Madi, e pa tout le monde qui gen problème avec nèg qui gen ti moun.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, this was such a fun episode. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
I'm leaving it with a banger. So.
Thank you so much for listening. Like, please let us know your feedback and let us know what you think in this episode. We're super excited to bring it to you. I feel like there's so much to talk about in the episode.
We definitely need another one.
So we definitely need another episode. I feel like we're just like, okay, we have so much to cover. Yeah. But we will definitely have another one. Maybe we'll have it live. Let us know if you want it to be live, guys.
Let us know.
We're going to bring some guys over to talk. Like, prepare your question. Let us know if you want a live episode.
Yes, let us know. Okay, so guys. This was Maddie.
And I'm Ro.
And this was the Oh My God podcast.